Burgers. Everyone's got a favorite, but not all fast food burgers are created equal. Some chains have stepped up with flavor, size, and freshness, while others, let's just say they've fallen way behind. Today we're ranking the biggest fast food burger chains from worst to best. And trust me, some of these might surprise you. Number 13. McDonald's. McDonald's is the name we all grew up with. But in 2025, it's hard to ignore how far the golden arches have fallen. Nostalgia might keep people coming back, but the actual burger? Not so much. The patties feel tiny, overgreased, and often slapped together like nobody cares. That fresh new recipe they promised in 2023 hasn't really changed public opinion. Most folks still describe them as flat, cold, and underwhelming. One thing people point out is how little the cheese melts, leaving it looking like plastic. Others joke that the only way to really enjoy a McDonald's burger is to turn it into a bizarre DIY creation, like the infamous McGang Bang. That's when you wedge a spicy McChicken inside a double cheeseburger. It's telling when customers have to engineer their own sandwiches just to make them edible. To be fair, McDonald's still owns the nostalgia factor, and for kids the Happy Meal is a ritual. But if we're ranking strictly on burger quality in 2025, it's clear this is bottom tier. The brand that once defined fast food now feels like it's coasting on reputation while competitors pass them by. Sorry to say it, but McDonald's is dead last on this list. Number 12. Burger King. The rivalry between Burger King and McDonald's has been legendary for decades. Flame-grilled Whoppers versus the Golden Arches. But today, Burger King's biggest problem is consistency, or rather, the lack of it. Order at one location, and you might get a juicy, smoky burger that lives up to the ads. Drive 5 miles down the road to another franchise, and you could end up with something dry, flat, and borderline inedible. That unpredictability frustrates even loyal fans. People admit they sometimes stick with Burger King out of habit more than actual craving. And while the Whopper is iconic, it doesn't hit like it used to. Reviews online often call it mid or meh, which is brutal feedback for a brand that once thrived on bold, flame-broiled flavor. Still, Burger King earns points for those rare unicorn moments when a location nails it. Some fans rave about one particular spot that serves a Whopper so perfect it feels gourmet. Sadly, those stories are the exception, not the rule. In 2025, Burger King is still around, but the quality is a gamble. You never really know what you're going to get. That uncertainty locks them near the bottom at number 12. Number 11. Wendy's. Wendy's used to stand out with the slogan, "Fresh, never frozen, square patties," and a founder who put his heart into the business. But over the years, that edge has dulled. Customers still get fresh beef on paper, yet the burgers often arrive messy, slumped together with buns that feel cheap. Longtime fans say the brand started declining after Dave Thomas passed away, and unfortunately, many think it's never fully recovered. One complaint that comes up again and again is the bun. Back around 2013, Wendy's tested a higher-quality premium bun that people loved. When it was swapped out for a cheaper version, the difference was noticeable, and fans have never stopped talking about it. The Baconator might have given Wendy's a momentary boost in popularity, but it also marked the shift toward bigger, flashier sandwiches instead of simply better ones. Wendy's isn't bad enough to sit at the very bottom, but excitement has definitely faded. People still swing through the drive-thru, but mostly out of convenience, not passion. That lack of enthusiasm explains why in today's burger scene, Wendy's just can't climb past number 11. Number 10. White Castle. White Castle is one of the oldest names in the burger game, but age doesn't always equal greatness. Their tiny steamed sliders are iconic, sure. They've been selling them by the sackful for over 100 years. But if we're being honest, they're more of a late-night craving than a high-quality burger. Fans describe them as soft, onion-soaked bites that are fun in the moment, but rarely satisfying in the long run. The experience is so unique that people either love it or can't stand it. Even diehards admit the burgers usually look like someone sat on them before they hit the bag. The texture is spongy, the flavor heavily onion-forward, and let's just say the aftermath is legendary. As one online review joked, eat a sack of sliders, but make sure you've got nowhere important to be tomorrow. White Castle does earn points for history and for being unapologetically itself. Those little square burgers are a rite of passage in some parts of the country. But compared to today's competitive burger scene, they simply can't keep up. For all its charm, White Castle lands at number 10. Number 9. Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steakburgers. Freddy's is still a newcomer compared to the giants, but it's been growing fast since 2002. Their specialty is the smash burger. Thin patties pressed hard on a hot griddle, creating crispy, lacy edges that fans swear by. The flavor is unique, and the crunch around the patty edges gives Freddy's a cult following. But here's the catch. That style isn't for everyone. Some people want a thick, juicy burger, not a crunchy, thin patty. That division in taste is why Freddy's is polarizing. Still, its supporters are vocal. Many claim Freddy's easily outshines In-N-Out or even Culver's, especially with the double California-style burger. The fries also get high marks, often beating bigger chains in taste tests. The overall consensus? Freddy's is pretty good, but not the absolute best. Think of it as a hybrid between Steak and Shake and Culver's, a solid player in the burger scene, but not a number one contender. That puts it at number 9. Number 8. Dairy Queen. When you think Dairy Queen, you think blizzards and ice cream cones, not burgers. Yet somehow, DQ's burgers have carved out a loyal following. The surprise star is the flamethrower stack burger, loaded with a spicy orange sauce, bacon, and a third-pound beef patty. Fans rave about that sauce, describing it as addictive enough to walk across the world for a jar. The catch? Just like Burger King, the quality varies by location. Some Dairy Queens nail the burger, while others serve up something flat and forgettable. That inconsistency makes them a guilty pleasure more than a reliable stop. People almost feel embarrassed to admit they like a DQ burger. But the truth is, plenty do. At the end of the day, Dairy Queen proves you don't have to be a burger chain to deliver a good one. But with uneven quality across the country, they stay locked at number 8. Number 7. Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box has always leaned into being the late-night choice, and their menu reflects that vibe. Tacos, curly fries, oddball items. They've built a reputation on stoner-friendly food. But buried in that menu is a seriously underrated burger, the Bacon Ultimate Cheeseburger. 2 patties, 2 cheeses, and bacon that actually complements instead of overwhelms the flavor. What makes Jack in the Box interesting is that people don't usually go there for the burgers. Even fans admit they forget the burgers exist, focusing on the tacos or munchy meals. But those who have tried the Bacon Ultimate Cheeseburger often call it one of the best fast food burgers out there. It's balanced, flavorful, and hearty without being sloppy. The downside? Like many other chains, consistency can vary. But overall, Jack in the Box deserves recognition for having a hidden gem of a burger that people overlook. That lands them solidly at number 7. Number 6, Carl's Jr., Hardee's. Carl's Jr. and Hardee's are basically the same chain with different names depending on where you live. They built their brand around bigger is better, pushing oversized burgers loaded with cheese, bacon, and sauce. The famous Star and the Western Bacon Cheeseburger still have plenty of fans, and when you get a fresh one, it really does deliver that messy, indulgent punch. But here's the issue. Quality swings wildly between visits. Sometimes the burger tastes hot, juicy, and fresh off the grill. Other times it's lukewarm, soggy, or swimming in grease. That lack of consistency hurts their reputation. Customers often describe the food as something you only crave once in a while, rather than a reliable go-to. Carl's Jr. deserves credit for being bold, though. They never shy away from experimental menu items, and when they get it right, the flavors hit hard. Still, the inconsistency keeps them from breaking into the very top tier. For that reason, they settle at number 6. Number 5, Culver's. Culver's has quietly built a loyal following, and the magic comes down to one thing: the Whataburger. The name isn't just marketing. The buns are brushed with real butter, toasted, and then wrapped around fresh beef patties cooked to order. The result is a burger that tastes richer and more homemade than most competitors. What sets Culver's apart is attention to detail. The burgers are assembled with care, the toppings feel fresh, and even the cheese tastes a cut above. Fans constantly point out that Culver's delivers on consistency, something bigger chains struggle with. Add in their frozen custard as a sidekick, and you've got a combo that feels closer to sit-down quality than drive-through fast food. Culver's doesn't have the national reach of McDonald's or Burger King, but in regions where they operate, they dominate the burger conversation. For flavor, freshness, and that buttery bun, Culver's earns its spot at number 5. Number 4, Five Guys. Five Guys is pricey, but fans argue it's worth every cent. The beef is fresh, never frozen. The toppings are customizable, and the portions are massive. A double cheeseburger from Five Guys feels less like fast food and more like a backyard cookout burger made by someone who knows what they're doing. The signature move is the way the cheese melts perfectly between the patties, creating that gooey middle bite. Add in toppings like grilled onions, mushrooms, jalapenos, or A1 sauce, and no two orders taste exactly the same. The fries also add to the experience, especially when they overload the bag with extras. Still, the cost can't be ignored. For the price of one Five Guys meal, you could buy 2 or even 3 burgers at a standard chain. That keeps some people away, even if they admit the quality is superior. Despite the higher cost, the burger itself is consistently excellent, and that's why Five Guys claims number 4. Number 3, Shake Shack. Shake Shack started as a hot dog stand in New York, but has grown into one of the most respected burger chains in America. Their Shack burger is simple, but executed perfectly. Fresh beef, soft potato bun, crisp lettuce, tomato, and their signature Shack sauce. It's not about being the biggest or the messiest, it's about balance. Every bite feels thought out. The potato bun is one of the keys. It's pillowy, soft, yet strong enough to hold everything together without turning soggy. The beef is always fresh, and the Shack sauce ties it all together with a tangy, slightly sweet kick. Fans say it's one of the only fast food burgers that doesn't feel like fast food. The downside is availability. Shake Shack is still expanding, but unless you live in a bigger city, you may not have one nearby. That exclusivity almost makes it feel more premium, though, which adds to the hype. For quality and consistency, Shake Shack comfortably lands at number 3. Number 2. In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out is one of those chains where the hype is very real, and for good reason. Their burgers are fresh, affordable, and customizable with the not-so-secret secret menu. The Double-Double with animal-style upgrades is a cult classic. 2 patties, 2 slices of cheese, grilled onions, pickles, and that special spread that ties it all together. What makes In-N-Out stand out is the consistency. No matter which location you go to, the burger tastes exactly the same. Fresh beef, crisp lettuce, ripe tomatoes, and buns that are toasted just right. The price point is another selling point. While other chains keep raising prices, In-N-Out still feels like a deal for the quality you're getting. Critics argue the fries are weak, but when it comes to the burgers themselves, In-N-Out delivers an experience that feels like it hasn't changed in decades, in the best way possible. For many, it's the gold standard of classic fast food burgers. But while it's nearly perfect at what it does, there's one chain that edges it out. That's why In-N-Out lands at number 2. Number 1. Whataburger. When it comes to fast food burgers that feel like they were made with real care, Whataburger takes the crown. Founded in Texas, this chain has built a cult following by sticking to one principle: size and flavor matter. The original Whataburger is massive compared to standard fast food burgers, built with a large 5-inch bun, fresh beef patty, and toppings stacked neatly so every bite is balanced. The flavor profile is what makes it special. The patties are seasoned just right, the veggies are crisp, and the mustard-based default style gives it a tangy kick that sets it apart from ketchup-heavy rivals. Add-ons like jalapenos, avocado, or their legendary honey butter chicken biscuit for breakfast show how much attention they give to variety and customer taste. Consistency is another big win. Whether you're stopping at a highway Whataburger in the middle of the night or grabbing one during the day in the city, the food feels reliably fresh and filling. The 24-hour service also adds to the legend. Many fans say a late-night Whataburger tastes even better. What really cements its spot at number 1 is loyalty. People who grow up with Whataburger don't just like it, they swear by it. Travelers go out of their way to find one, and Texans especially defend it with pride. For its hearty size, bold flavor, and cult-like fan base, Whataburger stands at the very top of the fast food burger world. And there you have it, the ultimate burger ranking for 2025. From the classics that lost their shine to the chains still serving up greatness, one thing's for sure: the burger game is always changing. But hey, this is just my list. I know some of you are already typing about how your favorite deserves better. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more food rankings and fast food deep dives. And let me know in the comments, which burger chain do you think deserves the crown? Your pick might make it into the next video.